Omeri Wonendizu, Wonioya, Abakare, Mama Bawora, Bonapori Meri Namdi, Namdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Bonapori Meri Namdi, Namdi win the war.
It's blacks on the beat.
Biafra, the only hope we have. We salute you. We appreciate you. We salute you. We appreciate you. No. Amadike, one no Biafra. Odogu, Chukwaki, Kechekwaki, let it in the road. Dragon Master, Biko do. My Prime Minister, Atakata Abo. Take us to bus stop. The era you do to Nayasi. Anya Chikanewo, we're going in us in a jogodo. We want to go. Yo. No. Ofoka injejeno. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, they salute you. Cabinet members, download. Media people, GCK. Deep down our heart, oh, Biafra, GCK. We are proud of you. We are very, very grateful. GCK. We cannot forget all your sacrifice. GCK. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, we salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, we salute you.
It's blacks on the beat.
Sorry, they're going to mana put your yo. Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Defense Force, Biafra Marino, Biafra National League, Omunikwe Battalion, Nini Nene Cheko Bodanyo, we cannot forget all your sacrifice, no. Napanyagi City, Bikatanamba, we appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, we salute you. We appreciate you. Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you. Biafra, we salute you. Biafra is here. Special thanks to Mercy Simon, the Prime Minister.
This is the Biafran national anthem.
Seven rows, 14 rows, 21 rows. I love to go. Man, beat.
Onye duru anyị wee bịa njem na Amerịka. Anyị bịa ka ibe leta nwanne anyị nwoke bụ nna anyị n'obodo a. Bụ onye anyị nwụrịla anya na nchekwube na eziokwu nke ya nwa na onye ji guzo. N'eziokwu a ga na-edu ụmụ Biafra na-aga n'ihu. Ọ ga na-edu IPOB na-aga n'ihu. Anyị bịara n'ụlọ ya nabata anyị. Were obi ọcha na obi udo wee nabata anyị. Anyị na-asị na ọ ga-adịrị ya na mma na ezinụlọ ya na mma. Anyị na-asị na ihe ọbụla anyị chọrọ bịa mere ka anyị ga-enwetarịrị ya. N'ihi na ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu mgbe na-ewu n'ọnwụ ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ. Nwa mmụọ emegbula nwa mmadụ, nwa mmiri emegbula nwa mmụọ. Ihe anyị na-ekwu. Anyị na-asị na Biafra ga-abịara na ndụ na-awụghị n'ọnwụ. Anyị ga-eri uru ọmụmụ. Anyị ga-eri uru akụ na ụba n'ime Biafra. Anyị na-asị na onye ọwụla pụtara na sị na Biafra agaghị adị, onye ahụ agaghị adị. Anyị anaghị asị emebere ugo obere nke si bebere ka ya gosi nke ọ ga-ebe. Anyị na-asị na nku ga-ekwe ọ ga-ede ọ ga-anwụ. Ọ bụ eziokwu ka anyị ji na-aga njem a. Ọ bụ ịhụnanya ka anyị ji na-aga ofu obi. Anyị na-asị onye ọbụla hụrụ eziokwu ji ide eziokwu aka, n'ihi na ọ bụ eziokwu bụ ndụ, ọ bụghị okwu asị. Anyị na-asị na ọ ga-ada anyị niile na mma. Anyị ga-ahụ echi n'ihi na echi anaghị agwụ agwụ. Anyị na-arịọ Chukwu nke abịa ma ka onye anyị ndụ nye anyị ahụ isi ike, nye anyị ngọzi nke ya, nye anyị ịhụnanya. Ekpere niile ka anyị na-ekpe ọwụ ka onye bi n'ime eluigwe ka o wee nụrụ olu anyị, wee gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka, wee zọpụta anyị na akpa niile nke na-akpa anyị nke bụ Biafra. Anyị na-asị na ikpete maazụ anyị ga-enye aha nsị ụtụtụ na nsọpụrụ na eji ama site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi.
Biafra. 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 Biafra.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. Wherever you are connecting to this program, I welcome you and I appreciate you for being part of the program today. I thank you for playing a part on today's program. Thank you for coming along to be with us on this program. We appreciate everyone that is joining us on this platform, wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining us from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, whichever part of the world you are joining us, we welcome you and we appreciate you. And we thank you for being part of the program. And we say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. We have come once again, as we always do, to preach the gospel of Biafra. We have come once again to spread the gospel of Biafra to the whole world. And we will continue to preach the message of Biafra. No matter how the enemy tries to shut us down, no matter the propaganda, the blackmails, the distraction, no matter the lies they tell, their lie will never fly. We, the Biafran people that are standing with the Biafra Republic government in exile under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Wherever you are on the planet Earth today, and you are a Biafran, wherever you are on the planet Earth, as long as you are from the old southeastern region, which is today present south, southeast, lower Benue, and lower Kogi. Wherever you find yourself in this area, you are a Biafran. And the time has come for you to pick up your identity, know whom you are, and defend whom you are. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Do not allow anybody to tell you otherwise. The tension is mounting as we speak. Tension is mounting as we speak in Biafran territory. The tension is very high. Do not shake. Do not shiver. In the midst of the tension, I can bet you, when you look truly and deeply from the bottom of your heart in that tension, you are going to see Biafra. Biafra is very, very close to us today, more than it was yesterday. The Liberation Army of Biafra are doing the needful as we speak. And they are on different fronts today, defending Biafra land and doing what they are supposed to do. No matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail, no matter the distractions we see and we hear on a daily basis, you must not allow all those to confuse you. You must not allow all those to distract you. We are in a very, very delicate and dangerous time. Our enemies knows what is coming. And you that is a Biafran, it is important that you know what is coming. The restoration of Biafra is fought in the open, not in the secret. And everything that has to do with the restoration of Biafra is almost completed. It has been completed, I can bet you, up to 90%. And before we proceed and go further, very soon we are going to get into the last bus stop of it. And I bet you no amount of propaganda, no amount of blackmail, No amount of distraction will twist the story. We have waited for a very long time for this moment. And now that we have gotten to this moment, there is no going back. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must know that you have the responsibility to defend your land. We must defend Biafra land, the land flowing with milk and honey, the land that Chukwu Okike Abiyama have given to us. The Liberation Army are preparing and they are getting ready, doing the needful. As we are approaching the 2nd of December, you that is watching me, any place you are watching from on this planet Earth, you must begin to plan your way out and begin to prepare and how to play your own part. The Liberation Army of Biafra need your support, 100%. The Biafran government in exile need your support, 100%. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, needs your support, 100%. You have no excuse to give why you did not support Biafra. No excuse will be acceptable. If you fail to answer the call now, you might not have that opportunity again. If you fail to answer the call now, you might not have that opportunity anymore. Wherever you are today, as a Biafran, as long as you are from the old southeastern region, the present south-south, southeast, lower Benue, and lower Kogi, any place you are in that territory and you know that your mother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran. The United States of Biafra today have 40 good states. 40 states chosen by the people themselves, drawn out by the people. And these 40 states have come out to vote for the defense of Biafra land. More than 50 million people from Biafra land has voted. And their vote is for the restoration of independent state of Biafra. That vote must be respected. The Liberation Army of Biafra are not playing. They are not joking. These are people who have volunteered their life for your sake, for my sake. They are not receiving salary. The only thing that the Liberation Army of Biafra is asking from you is the equipment to do the job. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Israel, have sacrificed his own career. He has sacrificed his life and everything about him. He put everything on the line for Biafra. Today, you can see the attack on our Prime Minister, right, left, and center. You can see the propaganda against our Prime Minister. But in the midst of all this propaganda, you can never see him shiver. You will never see him change his mind. You will never see him walk away and do something different. You have to understand that the time is now. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku is the man of the hour. Every command comes from him today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB, have led this foundation. The zoo kidnapped him. removed him from the role. And they thought that when they kidnap him, Biafra will end. But they didn't know that kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a blessing in disguise for Biafra. Now I can understand why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, if we know what is good, we should be praying that they should take him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, the more they take him, the more Biafra come faster. That word is a parable. But no matter what they do, we cannot allow them to continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we will not be silent and watch them take his life. They will not dare it. But the beautiful thing today is that we have gotten somebody who is in charge of the affair of Biafra. A man that is taking action on the ground. It is not just by speaking, not just by propaganda or noise making. Facts. A man that is bringing facts to the table. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa, today is doing the needful, making sure that the voice of the Biafran people is heard. Every one of us must tighten up our belts. Tighten your belt very, very strong, wherever you are. Because we have a responsibility. There is something we must do. Every one of you should remember where we are coming from. We have fought great battles. We have fought great battles. Since from 1945, they have continued to attack Biafran people, and we have not retaliated. They have continued to attack Biafran people, and we have never ever retaliated since 1945 until 2024. In this 2024, in the new dimension on the restoration of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, every stone must be turned. We must take vengeance for every single life lost in Biafra land. This is the time of vengeance. The tension is high. The enemy knows that it is no longer business as usual. Both their propaganda against us as Biafrans, their attacks against us as Biafrans, their betrayals against us as Biafrans, their subjugation against us as Biafrans, will no longer be tolerated. Whenever they raise their hand to slap us, we will slap them 100 times. The cup they used to give us water, we will feed them with the same cup. If you are a Biafra, any place you are and you hear an attack against Biafra, both online and offline, don't look away. We must have to activate Onyaga and Nwanne once again. The same unity that made us to overcome in 1967. We were working as a united force. That was why we were able to hold them for 3 good years. We were able to hold them for 3 good years until they ran over our land through the help of the betrayers. This time we must activate Onyaga and Nwanne to the highest level. Any place you see an attack against Biafra, both online and offline, do not be silent. Just as our Prime Minister has said and declared, our Prime Minister has made it that he will never leave any Biafra behind. And remember, this is the order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said we must carry everybody along. And today, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is building on that foundation, carrying everybody on his shoulder. That is why our Prime Minister said that any attack against a Biafra, it does not matter where that Biafran is. It doesn't matter whether that Biafran supports the restoration or support the struggle or not. Any place there is an attack against Biafra, he will go to the highest length to rescue that person and fight on the behalf of that person. In the same vein, you that is a Biafran, any place you see an attack against a Biafra, don't be silent. This is not the time to say, "Oh, let peace reign." Oh, don't talk. You don't follow violence with violence. You don't. Two wrong cannot make a right. Stop those nonsense words. Stop those nonsense. We are in restoration of Biafra. We are in restoration, and we are protecting ourselves. In freedom fighting, you don't use such language. In freedom fighting, more especially in the issue of Nigeria, you don't tell me two wrong don't make a right. In the Nigerian system, two wrong makes a right. And in this our struggle, if any idiot wrong us, we are going to wrong that person 10 times. In the restoration of Biafra, if anybody wrongs us, we are going to wrong the person 10 times. We are not going to look for your trouble. Don't look for our trouble. We will not look for your trouble, but don't do what? Do not look for our trouble. If you look for our trouble, you will not believe what is going to happen to you. If you look for our trouble, you cannot believe what is going to happen to you. And I bet you cannot face what is going to happen to you. We are in 2024. This is not 1967. They did their propaganda in 1967 and it worked for them. But in 2024, it will not work for them. It does not matter how they try to see it. It doesn't matter propaganda. It does not matter their blackmail. It is not going to work for them this time in 2024. And we are not going to look back. We are not going to withdraw. We are going to take the war to them, any place they are. Injustice against one Biafra is injustice against all of us. If you know the way every one of us rallied around to fight on behalf of our beloved sister Amaka, that is the system we have to apply now. It does not matter what the person did. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what the person did, what the offense the person committed, as long as that person is a Biafran. And the Zoological Republic government or all these Afonjas after the person, every one of us should support that person and get that person out, no matter the offense. And I can bet you it is not only the Biafrans that are applying this method. That is the same thing the United States of America does. It is the same thing the British does. The same thing Germans do. The same thing Western world do. When their citizens commit a crime, they will not allow you to jail their citizen in your country. It does not matter the crime. They would like to pull the person out, take the person back to their own country and treat that person by their own self. Caution the person by their own self. So when we say we will stand with our own, no matter what, we didn't start it. That is the standard of the world. That was why Donald Trump came to United Nations and said that he is here putting forward America first. That is why Donald Trump said America first. When he said it, some of you are angry. Why must you be angry? Donald Trump said America first and you are angry. Why are you angry? Do you want him to put your own country first? You want Donald Trump to say Biafra first? He will not do so. He will put his own country first. And it is left for you to put your own country first. That is why in 2024, it is Biafra first. It is Biafra first. As the tension is rising and Asorock is shaking, Asorock is in a very serious tension as we speak. Some of you don't even understand what is happening. Some of you even don't know the seriousness of what is happening. But Asorock knows. Your politicians know. Your politicians, they know the seriousness of the matter. They know it is over. They know it is over. The Fulani Janjaweed know it's over because they have stolen as much as they want. They have stolen everything they need. They don't care anymore. That is why today you are seeing what you are seeing. That was a program that our Prime Minister posted on his handle, where somebody was making a confession of what he saw with Boko Haram, a teacher that Boko Haram kidnapped. A teacher that Boko Haram kidnapped. And after the teacher escaped, he's talking about his experience. That this Sambisa forest you are hearing, when you hear Sambisa forest, you think it's a forest. It is not a forest. The man is confessing that in Sambisa forest, it is fenced. Sambisa forest, it is fenced, protected like a paradise. In that Sambisa forest, that they have light, they have water. It's surrounded with fence, well protected. And the shocker is that even the Red Cross come into the Sambisa forest to give them items. That the Red Cross supply them clothes, supply them food, supply them many, many things that they need. And ask me, who are those Red Cross? Is Nigerian government not aware that the Red Cross is supplying food to the Boko Haram in Sambisa forest? They know. Who are the Red Cross? It is Nigerian Red Cross. It is Nigeria. Nigerian government sponsored the Red Cross. They supply them with food and amenity. You heard about the flood that have ravaged Borno State, and the flood entered into Sambisa forest, and many members of Boko Haram died. In that flood, do you know that the Nigerian government, instead of using that opportunity to wipe this people out, they are providing food for them? The Nigerian government is providing security for them, providing relief for them. The members of Boko Haram, they are providing relief for them. This is a country you want to be part of. Continue playing. As for we, the Biafran people, we are no longer part of this idiotic entity called Nigeria. And we will never be part of it. It does not matter how you feel it, what you think. Who cares? Our concern today is Biafra. Our focus today is Biafra. And we are going to defend our land with the last drop of our blood. With everything in us, we will defend our land. Your propaganda and blackmail cannot stop Biafra. Today is the 17th day of the total lockdown of every government institution in Biafran territory. Every government institution in Biafran territory under Nigeria is locked down. Today is the 17th day. Why the lockdown is going, Biafran government is gaining more international recognition. Our case is on the front line in Washington, D.C., United States. You saw when I shared the visit of our finance minister to the congressmen in the US, to the Speaker of the House in the US, House Speaker of the US, number 3 man in the United States of America. Our finance minister visited him to discuss the issue of Biafra. Our convention that is coming up November, December is the talk of the world. Everybody is watching. Every eye on Biafra. That convention in Latin is going to be massive. It is going to be very, very massive. And wherever you are, you must begin to prepare yourself for that convention. Start preparing yourself, because it is going to be a bombshell. During that very convention, the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra will be made. In that convention, the final result of the self-referendum will also be called. Every one of you already know the result we are getting already. More than 50 million people have already voted in the self-referendum. And more people are queuing up to vote. More people are queuing up to vote. The vote is going to continue until November, December, during the convention. So if you have not yet voted and you want to vote, there is still time for you to vote. This is now the time to sit back and continue to complain and complain and complain. We are not interested in your complaint. We are not interested in your stories. We are not interested in your distractions. Our focus today is the restoration of independent state of Biafra. Biafra must be restored. Whether the devil like it or not, it is not optional. It is not optional. The whole world is waiting for us. The whole world is standstill, waiting for Biafrans. As always, you know that the Biafrans lead and others follow. We are always there to set the example and others will learn. The pursuit of our freedom is to rescue Nigeria. The citizens, I mean, not Nigeria itself. Everyone that is captured in that very entity called Zoological Republic, where people have been made slave. When Biafra receive their freedom, everybody will be set free. The Biafran people have given their mandate, and that mandate must be respected. I want you to see this. Over 50 million people have voted already. Still counting. And I bet you there is no going back. If you think that Biafrans are going to chicken out, think again. If you think that we are going to look back, you are a dreamer. The pursuit of the freedom of Biafra is without any withdrawal. We will never look back. It is forward ever and backward never. The restoration of Biafra will be pursued on all fronts, all angles. It is all way out. If you are a Biafran, begin to identify your nation and know where you come from. Begin to prepare yourself for the convention. If you can be able to attend the convention, it is a good thing. You are going to make history. Your name, you will be among those who will make their signature, put their signature down, that you were there when the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra was made in Lahti, Finland. It is going to happen again. History, one in a lifetime. Wherever you are, pay attention, don't get deceived. As for those who are allowing the idiotic people around them to change their history, I am sorry for you. If you allow idiots to change your history, I am sorry for you. As long as you are in the old southeastern region, the present south, east, lower Benin and low Kiri, you are a Biafra. If you choose any nickname for yourself, it is okay. Choose your nickname. But remember, you are a Biafra. And Biafra you must be. If you decide to go and nationalize in Arewa or in Oduduwa land, no problem. After all, so many of us are citizens in the United States, in the UK, in Germany, in so many countries of the world. We are all citizens outside there. So if you want to go and nationalize any other place, feel free to do so. But Biafran territory, the 40 states of Biafra land must be protected. For the politicians that are pushing those lies, telling you lies, and you are paying attention, I'm sorry for you for listening to those idiots. Just like the idiot called Wike, the criminal Wike, a criminal, a gangster who has committed genocide and we pay for his death, his crimes, who went to Obiwo and destroyed his own family, began to preach nonsense message that Ikpere people are not Igbos, that Ikperes are not Igbos, that they are not Biafrans. He's dragging to Benin. He wants to drag Ikpere people and dash to Benin because of his own political career. Wike want to take Ikpere and give to Benin people because of his political career. Lie from the pit of hell. And the idiotic people are buying into that, what he's saying. Because the zoo is an animal kingdom where people don't use their brain. If they are sensible, even their Oba who should not allow Wike to make that statement, he will tell him to shut up. Stop spilling that lie. But you see, they embrace the lie of Wike. They embrace the lie of Wike because this issue of conquering is in their blood. In that zoo, it is only the Biafrans, more especially the Igbo Biafran, that have never made an attempt to conquer anybody. The Igbo Biafran has never made any move to conquer anybody. Even when they have all the population and all the arsenal, there is no battle they will fight. Within that their region, they cannot win. But they have not conquered anybody. They allowed everybody to be independent of their own. The Igbos have never, ever, ever made a move to conquer anybody. But every other people, they are always making one step. They have conquered in one war. They have fought one battle or the other with their neighbors and they conquer. The Bini you are talking today came inside from Oduduwa land and they conquered. The Oba came and conquered them and made them Bini that they are today. And they accept that they have been conquered. Today they want to use propaganda to drag Ikpere to themselves. You are dragging Ikpere. You don't speak the same language with them. You don't bear the same name. You don't have the same lifestyle. And you're telling me they are from Benin. And some idiot are believing them. It is a shame. But that is what the zoo can give birth to. But we will still continue to help them. For those who want to hear, we will help them. That is why I'm going to play a video, a very short clip I'm going to play now, to give some little education to those who are brothers in Ikwere who doesn't know their left and right. But I know that 90% of people from Ikwere knows who they are. They know where they are coming from. That is why I will play the message of this our brother, who has been doing a great job online. Let us hear him, what he had to say.
The word Benin just began just recently, of which Ikwere is far older, of which all of us within these areas are far older. So for you to mention, say you're from, who gave the word Benin? Benin is a word invasion. Benin simply means Elebunu, land of vexation, and it just was given recently. It's just less than 500 years when Ramio came and invaded it. So as at what time did you come and became a Benin person? Now, for those of you who do not know, we say Benin, Benin, Benin. For those of you who do not know, how old is this Benin? This Benin we are talking about, how old is Benin? Go and ask yourself a question. Benin is not more than 500 years. The word Benin began from 13th century. The word Benin began from 13th century. That was when the invasion of Oramio came into the land of Godomigodo and dismantled their leadership structure. So the land, the word Benin just began just recently, of which Ikwere is far older, of which all of us within these areas are far older. So for you to mention, say you're from, who gave the word Benin? Benin is a word invasion. Benin simply means Elebunu, land of vexation, and it just was given recently. It's just less than 500 years when Ramio came and invaded it. So as at what time did you come and became a Benin person? I don't know. As at what time did you become a Benin person? You say Ikwere man, you say Oba man, you say this. What time did you become a Benin person? Because the word Benin just began. Benin just started. Just less than 500 though. Go and check history. Benin, the word Benin is less than 500 years. It began when Orami on the Yoruba, whatever, came in, Ojuduwa son or whatever, came and invaded the land of Igodomigodo. That was a land inclusive of the various tribes who came for some certain business. Some came for the trade of elephant trunks and all that. They were all doing that in that land. Igbos, the original ancestral home of Igbos, were in Igodomigodo. And now when Ramio came, there was an invasion. Several people were killed. Several people. This invasion also came in with the help of the Portuguese. They began to ransack this region. That was what led some of our people, the Exodus United, they now came back to their hinterland, to their brothers, to come closer to their brother. That's why you have the Anyoma people, Anocha, Ukwane people, they came closer to their brother because it is more safer to be closer to your brother than for you to be in that area where Oramio has created a lot of hostility. So much onslaught, so much capturing of people, invasion of communities took place. So the Benin, the word Benin just started less than 500 years. Please go and study.
This is a very short history. You know, we continue to touch the history to let people learn. If you don't know your history, you are a lost person. If you allow a stranger to teach you your history, it is up to you. We will do our own part to help you and know whom you are. The old southeastern region is Biafra. In that Biafra, the Igbos know themselves. There are some in the hinterland. There are some in the coastal area. The Igbo Biafrans are the majority. They have the, let me not use the word majority, they have the largest population. Because in our Biafra, there will be nothing like minority and majority. No. We can only say that they have the largest population. And they are in 12 states. 12 states, not 5, 12 states. The entire southeast, Lower Benue, and Lower Kogi. That is where you find the Igbo Biafrans. And they know their brothers, and their brothers know them. But the caliphate have continued to put misunderstanding and push lies. They push lies and confusion among them to make sure that they cause confusion. They are scared of our land, the land of the rising sun, the land flowing with milk and honey, the land that Chukwu have blessed and tell us to live in it and prosper in it. Then an uncircumcised Philistine will come to take our land to do something else with it. And you want us to fold our hands and watch. We will not. We will not. No matter what they do, no matter how they fight, no matter their propaganda and blackmail, we must surely overcome.
Republic! Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic! Biafra Republic!
My fellow Biafrans, we must be prepared for what is coming. We must be very, very prepared for what is coming. No matter the propaganda and blackmail you see, no matter what you hear, do not get discouraged. Do not get distracted. Do not be deceived. Continue to be focused and continue to look on. For Chukwu Okike we make a way for us where there is no way. Our enemies are panicking. As they continue to panic, we will continue to make exploit. So, my fellow Biafrans, I want us to hear this message from our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You know, I have told you that every day on your own, try and listen to the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, even if it is 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. Try and listen to anyone you can get your hand on, any message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It is important. It is going to help you a lot. Let us hear the message that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has on this video. Let's listen.
It is a front page news by Vanguard. I want you to understand how an average Nigerian thinks, how they reason, why I think that Nigeria itself is a curse upon humanity. There on the front page, you will see, we will kill all policemen and take over Edo State. Fulani Janjaweed. Those they claim are foreigners. These people they told us are foreigners. They come from Mali, Senegal, from Gambia, from heaven knows where, from Niger, from Chad, from Northern Cameroons. But they are in Nigeria, killing people. After killing us, they will not turn around and tell us to absorb them into our communities. That is why anybody, any Igwe, any PG, any greedy, avaricious fool is stupid enough to give any of our land to Fulani Janjaweed, you are finished. There was a man in Enugu that tried some nonsense. Go and ask him where he is today. We take no prisoners. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all costs. At all costs. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come,
I want you to listen to what Mazen Nanikano said here. The same thing that our Prime Minister have told you. We take no prisoners. We don't have any prison to keep anybody. Listen carefully to the word of Mazen Nanikano. He made it clear. We take no prisoners. We don't have any prison to keep anybody. We don't have any food to feed you. Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, have reminded us of this very statement for you to know that when Mazi Simon Ekpa called himself a disciple, he's not just a disciple because he said it. He is building on the foundation, solid foundation laid by Mazi Nandekan to restore Biafra. Not even you and your propaganda can stop it. Listen carefully, you're going to hear him say, we take no prisoners.
that is why anybody, any Igwe, any PG, any greedy, avaricious fool, stupid enough to give any of our land to Fulani Janjaweed, you are finished. There was a man in Enugu that tried some nonsense. Go and ask him where he is today. We take no prisoners. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all costs. At all costs. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. I understand that the Sarikin Fulani of Lagos went to see the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria in Lagos a few days ago. And according to the message, or should I say information coming out of the U.S. mission, they said is to foster cohabitation and unity, that diversity is strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the...
Listen carefully to this message. This message is the strength of the struggle of Biafra. This message is very powerful, that it is going to tell you and give you reasons why you must support the Biafran government under the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. This message will explain to you why we must continue to fight to get out of this zoological republic. Pay good attention. Very important.
Lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the crap that Coca was coming up with, telling you about diversity is our strength and all that rubbish. Allow me to repeat, there is no country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism. It doesn't exist. That is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival. It can never work. Because we are tribal beasts by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during New Year Festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask the US ambassador a very simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? US, that was created and built by Western Europeans. US was created, should I say, created by God, of course. Built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America on Mary Rose. I want to ask the US ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know this evening. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. Nowhere in the world. Not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if he had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value systems. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western Europe. The value systems of Western Europe, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the US ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We are enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to the, or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the state of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they have not to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you, but that doesn't mean they are multicultural. This is the type of nonsense they feed Africans. And we fall for that very gimmick of multiculturalism. At the end of the day, you end up with a useless contraption like Nigeria, You don't have any value system that anybody anywhere can define. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA. We can talk about, what else do they have in the USA? Hamburger, you can talk about, what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie and all the rest of it. You can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about maybe mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato as their national meal. That's understandable. But I ask you, if you come to Nigeria, what is the national dish of Nigeria? Does a Fulani Janjaweed eat ofe egusi, where we come from? Does an Igbo man eat a wedu soup? The answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon? On what? We are not one people. We may be black, we may be Africans, but we're not one people. Not even one religion. If Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian, EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, you don't know if Nigeria is Christian or in fact is Islamic. So for me to accept the multiculturalism being preached by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as my religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes when I say they say I'm being very arrogant. If you are educated, you will understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come in. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be monolithic. It has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly. In a so-called republic, you have royal fathers in a republic. Because you are trying to shuffle multiculturalism. You're trying to marry the feudal system of the North, the monarchical system of the West, and the Republican system in the East, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and that is why Nigeria can never work. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Competing value systems. Nobody wants their own value system to be subsumed under another person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions listen to us because they know we preach the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests. We went to Olo to defend our people. They came, they arrested the clerics. Men of God, they arrested all of them. How many times have you heard that imams were being arrested in the north? Or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested? Only in Biafra land. And this is your multiculturalism. This is a place where you want all of us to stay somehow to pretend that all is well when we know that it is not. In that same Nigeria is where Fulani headsmen openly boast about conquest. Benue State is one. That is why I feel sorry for the idiots talking rubbish from Benue. They came and they made the same bold claim on Edo State. And I quote, "We will kill all policemen and take over Edo State." Vanguard publication of January 23, 2021, this year. Only 2 months ago. Nothing happened to them. Only the Fulanis can lay claim to land that doesn't belong to them, and nobody will say anything. When you try to respond, they come against you. And your average foolish Nigerian who cannot reason properly, they're not educated very well, I'm sorry to say, will side with the oppressor. It's only in Nigeria where the victim becomes the accused. You came into Olo, Hope Uzodinma tried to give you land in Olo to build a Fulani settlement, and we said no to it. That's all. To talk about Olo crisis. And now they're trying to blame IPOB, they're trying to blame Eastern Security Network. But all of you are aware of the fact that Nigeria Army and Nigeria Police are essentially Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in uniform. The newspapers, all the articles, everywhere, the national discourse is replete with instances of Fulani being supplied
that
by the
Nigerian
military,
police
as I'm going to
are terrorists.
as you're going to listen to later on. But nothing happens when you try to fight back. And we are saying we are fed up of being victims. We can no longer be victims anymore. If you kill us, we will kill you. I'm saying it live on video, so you can share the video all over the world if you want. If you come to our land to kill us, we will kill you. As simple as that. Simple. It may take us some time, but eventually we'll overwhelm you. Well, in the end, we'll win. As I warned them in Benue, we are in Benue. In all of our communities in Benue State, and we're not living there until we are certain that the lives and properties of our people there are firmly secured. Any day we learn to stop blaming the victims, this world will be a better place. I'm directing this very statements to the US Ambassador, to the UK High Commissioner, to the EU presence in the zoo, and the UN as well. I know all of you will do nothing. We are not Muslims, so you're not going to help us. That's obvious. We know that for sure. But we have something that you do not have. We have the grace, the might, and protection of God Almighty in heaven. And we know that God exists. And as long as He liveth, as my name is Nnamdi, my Redeemer liveth, as long as God lives in heaven, all of you can never triumph against us. Njoku said it before, and you said he failed. We know why he failed, because God said the time wasn't right. I want to show them, my children, what is called Biafra, that very kingdom. They have to fight their way into it. If that is the option you leave for us, then by all means, we'll oblige you. But Biafra must come, or we all die. It's as simple as that. There's no alternative. People must understand the rage that is boiling within us. You must understand how angry we are. We may look normal to you, but we are very, very angry, believe you me. And by the time we are done with Nigeria, the name won't exist. That I can assure you. You people are now beginning to see the type of madness that we are capable of unleashing. And more is coming. And I do not hide it, because you hate us anyway. This conspiracy against Biafra, for no reason, we've done nothing wrong to anyone. But you despise us and you hate us. You want us to die because God gave us oil and gas. You want to take over our land. It's not going to happen. And we're not apologizing nor begging anybody to please read this letter. They are raping our women. They raped our women. Did you do anything about it? They went to the UK High Commissioner. They were telling them, oh, we can't do anything about it. Rape victims. But you're doing something about defending Fulani. You are defending Fulani. But rape victims in front of you cannot defend them. And you're neutral. And you want Nigeria to continue. So you want me to stay in a Nigeria where my women will be raped every day. Nobody will do anything about it. And I'll be clapping for you. One Nigeria, I'll be clapping for you. Check it up, one people everywhere. People are insane. You want me to stay in a country where the Fulani police and soldiers can come and take our women, rape them anyhow they like. Even before they release them, they charge us. Do you know how much we have spent? We have spent nearly 9 million naira to secure the release of people who were abducted and raped. Victims of state crime. Britain didn't say anything. UN never uttered a word. EU, nothing. US, nothing. And you want me to be in that country? I think some people are mad. Very, very insane indeed. If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out.
Get out.
We're not going to stop.
If you don't believe.
God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forest. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. 30 pastors arrested. for doing nothing. Have you heard about any imams being arrested in the north? No. Do you want me to stay in one Nigeria with you after this level of injustice? Is that what you think? No, it is not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow. There are two things plaguing them in the zoo: lies and deceit. If not for the coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Njoku caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Njoku was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Njoku cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Njoku cause any war? Njoku went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back. Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Njoku coup, so-called Njoku coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said no.
Thank you for watching. I hope you have been educated by this short video.
We are going to do wonders. I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and they begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there. Any day, anytime. Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you will think that Usman Danfodio manufactured the aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car or he invented one Ihela machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. That is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the middle belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy. And I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible.
Thank you so much for being part of the program. wherever you are watching us from. I appreciate you, I welcome you, and I thank you for your participation. Please like and share to other platforms, share to family and friends. Let us continue to preach this gospel. Remember, tomorrow is fundraising. Join the fundraising of Biafra tomorrow. Also, remember the IOU loan. Be part of the IOU loan. Play your own part. Invest in the IOU loan. For every investment you invest in IOU loan, you are going to get back 100% interest. 100% interest. That is the assurance. Whatever amount you invest. So for those of us who are business inclined, there is no excuse you have to give today why you didn't support the restoration of Biafra. The Biafra Republic of Exile is following every step necessary to make sure that the restoration of Biafra happens. We have a very special announcement. That special announcement is on the platform of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and I'm going to try to share the announcements to see if you can be able to set your eyes on it, and we can see the announcement together. The announcement says, if you need help on Biafra coin, below are the Telegram handles for Biafran coin contact in different states. More to come. There is a Telegram contact for every state, different states. So if you have a problem and you want to join the contact, have the contact, go to the platform of our Prime Minister that you are watching now, Simon Ekpa, verified account in blue. You are going to see this information. Biafran coin contacts, state Telegram handle, Anioma has their own there. Aludo has their own. Ika has their own there. Ikumesia has their own. Oguya Izon has their own. And more Telegram contact is going to come out. So if you're having any problem with the Biafran coin or you want to invest in Biafran coin, go to the platform of our Prime Minister as we speak. Follow the Telegram. Click on the state if that's your state, and they will direct you on what to do. Wherever you are watching us from, I urge every one of us to continue to support the Liberation Army. Tomorrow is fundraising. Join the fundraising. Join the fundraising. The links are everywhere. Join the Zoom. Make your donation 247. It's made online. You can make your donation anytime. Don't wait until tomorrow. Even from now, as soon as you go away from this program, you go and make your donation, no matter how small. You will get your receipt automatic. If you want to announce it on Saturday, you come and you announce your donation. All you need to do is to send the receipt and you announce your donation. Once you make payment, the receipt will come to you automatically. Then you come to the donation on Saturday, send the receipt to any of the media warrior, and then it will be announced. Give your own support. It is very important because the responsibility of the Liberation Army is increasing, and we cannot afford to lose our guard. We cannot afford to allow things to go bad. We cannot allow our Liberation Army to go hungry. Tomorrow is fundraising to support the Liberation Army. Every one of us must be there. May Chukwu Okukabia my guide and protect us. See you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okukabia.
Confirmation.
This is the Biafran national anthem.